Why are there so many ways to stretch?
I'm back!
The truth hurts.
Have you ever noticed something strange? Almost everyone agrees that stretching is important, but almost no one agrees on how to do it. Some people tell you to hold a stretch for 30 seconds. Others say never hold a stretch. Some recommend yoga. Others recommend dynamic stretching. Some swear by PNF. Others choose assisted stretching. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, you hear about active, isolated stretching. So, which one is right? What if they're all right? Just not for the same reason. That's the question I want to explore in this series. Not which method wins, but why so many methods exist in the first place. Because I don't believe stretching is confusing. I think we've been asking the wrong question. Most people ask, what's the best stretching method? But that's like asking, what's the best vehicle? The answer depends on where you're trying to go. A sports car, a pickup truck, a bicycle, an ambulance, they're all vehicles. But each was designed for a different purpose. Stretching is no different. Static stretching, dynamic stretching, PNF, yoga, Thai massage, active isolated stretching. Each one was developed with a particular objective in mind. Yet many people use them as if they're interchangeable. And that's where the confusion begins. For years, we've treated stretching as though there is only one goal: become more flexible. But flexibility isn't the only goal. Sometimes the goal is preparing for activity. Sometimes it's recovering after exercise. Sometimes it's improving performance. Sometimes it's rehabilitation. And sometimes it's simply restoring healthy movement so everyday life feels easier again. Those are different objectives. And different objectives require different approaches. This series isn't about proving one method is superior to another. It's about helping you understand what each method was designed to accomplish. Because once you understand the objective, choosing the method becomes much easier. Over the next 12 episodes, we'll explore why stretching has become so confusing. Why so many people feel tight even after stretching. Why some methods work brilliantly in one situation but poorly in another. And why eventually choose active isolated stretching as the foundation of my work. Not because it's the only method, but because I found it solve a problem that many people didn't even realize they had. Whether you're someone who exercises every day, works long hours at a desk, practices yoga, visits a stretch studio, or simply wants to move comfortably, my hope is that this series gives you something more valuable than another stretch to try. A better way to think about movement. If you've ever wondered why stretching advice seems so contradictory, or why different professionals recommend completely different methods, You're exactly who I wrote Stretch the Truth for. The videos introduce the conversation. The book explores it in a much greater depth. In the next episode, we'll begin with one of the most common beliefs about the body. I'm tight. But are you really? Or could your body be telling you something entirely different? Because before you decide how to stretch, we first have to understand what the body is actually trying to say. Thanks for watching. Remember, don't confuse feeling better with functioning better. Stop chasing the feeling. Start understanding the function. Because flexibility is not a stretch. Like, subscribe, and leave your questions in the comments. They might inspire the next show. I'm Jace Lee, and I'll see you in the next episode.